and welcome everybody to this first episode of the Manchester Polarbears expansion NHL franchise. What we're going to do in this first episode, we're going to do the draft, expansion draft, and we're going to do the entry draft as well. Full disclosure at the start here, I am dyslexic, so a lot of the names I won't be able to say. I do apologise for that. I will try my best, even if it's just the first name. That's what I'll do. So we're just going to go straight into it here. Obviously, we are in the Pacific Conference. And what we're going to do here is, obviously, we don't want owner mode on. Salary cap we're going to leave on. Fog war off. Player morale off. Expansion draft exemption on. Auto staff, we're going to turn that on. Head coaches can change the lines. Yeah, we'll do that as well. Just this one, obviously we can change those as we go. 25 years. Okay, and let's get this started. Yeah, let's keep the salary cap on. It does make things a little bit more interesting. Not what I normally do when I play franchise mode. I normally like to take the salary cap off just to see what crazy teams I can make, but I think for the purpose of this video series we're going to leave the salary cap on, make it a little bit more realistic. I think what we'll do with the fantasy draft, we're not going to start with Anaheim, we're going to go all the way to the end. I'm going to do it in reverse order. Obviously looking for youngish players and a mixture of veterans, so I think we do have to skip it just forward just a little bit here to get to the fantasy draft. Oh, well, expansion draft. And there is obviously the entry draft, and we're going to get a second pick in the first round, so we have gone up. Let's go on that. God, the loading screens are slow on this game. The expansion draft day, so let's get into it. Like I said, we're not going to start with Anaheim and go right to the end and start with Winnipeg. Yeah. Let's quick check of goaltenders. Nothing there really exciting. Here I had 34 million. It's not really ideal. Alex, no. I'll play like this. Morgan, 24. So I think what we're going to do here, is go with Morgan. He'll be our first player. It's going to take us all the way back like that, isn't it? Washington. Connor Brown. Anthony Manfa early here. Connor Brown, just a year older, but 2.1 million is going to make a huge difference for us. So we'll go Connor Brown. I've done a few of these fantasy drafts and you do get a lot of defense. Let's check the goalkeepers. Aiden Hill. That could be an interesting one, actually. He's got 1 year left. Logan Thompson. Well, I think for the purpose of this, I'm going to bring in a veteran, Phil Kessel. I love Phil Kessel, so let's bring in Kessel for a year. So we've got 2 right wing and 1 centre so far. Said that of doing these drafts over and over again, you do get a lot of great defensive players. Like Jack Rathbone might be a pick here. Let's check what they've got on goalkeepers. See, nothing really there. A medium starter, 22. Interesting. Gonna go with Rathbone here. Let's get him in. I want to pick a reasonably young team. I'm not looking to obviously win in the first season. Need some good player, mixture of young talents and some veterans. But I want to get good deals with veterans. Like here, 1 year, Ryan O'Reilly. He's got 1 year left, which would mostly mean that we will have to negotiate with him. But at the same time, we've got Bunting down here, who's the same, but he's going to be a lot cheaper, I think, than O'Reilly. O'Reilly could be. I'm going to go Bunting because we'll get a couple of years out of Bunting. Off to Tampa. I think we're going to go Eric here, unless there's an amazing goaltender. No. This makes 100% sense for us. 26. Obviously, extension, so he's going to be 5.2. Let me think, 5.2. Obviously, if we're struggling in the first season, we can move on from that contract, but so we're going to go there. So we've got, I do want to be competitive, but also at the same time not competitive, and obviously that will help us on D. There's our one of our top pair. See, Kapanen. So check the goaltenders. Sammy, you're on your way, mate. 71 million, so plenty of cap space left. Off over to the Sharks. Again, the Sharks have really got nothing I'm super interested in. Lindholm can play the left. Let's go with Lindholm, mate. from here. We got 3. Okay, we need to pick up more defenders. Not picked a goaltender yet. Off to Pittsburgh, which I'm not expecting a lot from. Riley Smith. I would say Patterson, but I don't like that contract. Joseph's contract though is pretty good. Jari would be a shout, but he's gonna have to. We're gonna have to negotiate his contract, so we're gonna leave Jari there, and I don't really like him as a player. So let's go with our personal thing. We're gonna go Joseph here. Maybe play second or some third line. D-pairing. That's a pretty nice little contract as well. Now off to obviously Flyers. And nothing really exciting me there. Nothing in the goaltenders either. Wade Allison might be a pick here. Right wing. I'll take us up to 4, so we mostly don't need a right winger. Kind of slim pickings here. So I don't want to waste a big wad of cash of our salary on a player. It's going to suck. Obviously a lot of negotiations going to have to be done here with some of these players. Like 3 years for Cam Atkinson. We're not even going to get like a third for him. Scotty. 3 years at 4 for centre. Gives a little bit of centre depth. So we'll go with him. Off to Ottawa now. They've not taken a goaltender yet. Let's have a look. Alex. 1 year left. Restricted free agents. And there, another left winger. Okay, New York Rangers. Part of me wants to go Vladimir Tarasenko here, but Lingard might be a shout. Ooh. Kapokaku, he's got a lower lead. 2 years left. I think that's the play here. Yeah. He can grow with the team. Again, Vladimir Tarasenko would have been a star player. And it kind of makes sense, but I think just get that elite player in that young age is the way to go. Three years at 2.5. Alexander Romanov. I mostly mispronounced that, but obviously there's For defence, we're lacking centre depth at the moment, obviously. So we'll look at that. And goaltenders as well. Tyler makes sense, he's got 2 years left. Goaltenders. Where's the right? We don't need another right winger. The rest of these contracts are pretty stinky, to be honest. So if we go down, Jasper Bronquist. Be interesting to see what he offers, but he can play left as well. We're going to Bronquist there. Again, making that centre depth go just that little bit further. Head to Nashville now. Goaltenders. Pretty much all the players here have got 1 year left on the deals. Jeremy Lawson. 4 years at 2 million. Not ideal, but might be the best we can do. Really not need to start thinking about a goaltender now. Oh, Dvorak here. That Dvorak contract is awful. I'm gonna get my first goaltender. I'm gonna use him as our backup. 1 million, 2 years, done. There we go, there's our backup goaltender. Kind of hoping Swayman's in Boston, because that'll obviously be where a big chunk of our cash goes. Klingberg. Addison. Another D-man. That will be our third D. I'm going to have to negotiate with him, but I think we can get him reasonably cheap. Okay, we need to look at forwards. Time or a bit too much, really. But he has signed an extension for 5 years. Let's see, we can always move him at the deadline. Let's see what Florida have to offer. I think Spencer Knight as our lead starting goaltender. Get Warren in here. So we need a centre here. We might have to go through the in Detroit. I'm gonna have to negotiate with him. But we need the centre depth. Head to Dallas. Max Domi, not really interested. If we brought in Phil Kessel, do we bring in Dadanoff? Just for the experience, I think we do. He's right wing. We've got 5 right wingers. Could he play left? He does play left as well. So Dadanoff can play left wing, so that's that sorted. So a couple more defensemen and a goaltender. Conquest is the play. Oh, shadow it out. Yeah. Low elite. Grow with the team. 3 years left. Brilliant. Off to Colorado. Goaltenders up in there. $5 years left. 5 million. Make sure we've got a good, decent top pair. Obviously, we can always move on from some of these players. They might get us some draft picks. Chicago are going to be offering absolutely nothing, are they? There we go. Boris, in you come. Calgary. Justin Wolf. We're going to have 2 elite goaltenders. That looks good for the future for goaltending, at least. Tyson Jost might be a play. I just need, realistically, I need another defender. Swayman is there. Well, I don't need a goaltender. Trent Frederick, in you come, mate. In you come, indeed. Arizona now. Arizona are not really going to have much to offer here, are they? No. See if we can find something like a 22-year-old down the bottom. Someone can be part of a package, maybe, to move on. Two-way, yeah, 22-year-old. He can grow, maybe become something. And last but not least, we have Anaheim. Let's see who we got here in Anaheim. See, we have 35 million. Well, a lot of negotiations going to have to be done in between this. Do we look at bringing in a 4th goaltender? Dorsal, but again, we don't need him. Got 2 goalkeepers of the future. Max Jones, in he come. Oh, somehow we missed Colorado. No, Carolina, I apologise. Let's go down and see what they've got. Pujari played great on the 3rd or 4th line for us. So I kind of got to pick a defenseman here. And I think that is us done. There's our expansion draft team. Obviously, it's picked with players I know. Play a nice mix of veterans and a nice mix of younger players. Let's advance a couple of days. So we're going to have the expansion draft here. So let's begin this expansion draft and see what we can do. We do get the 2nd pick. I'm not going to overdo it here. So Bernard, we knew it was who it was going to be. So let's make pick. So Leo Carlson is expected to go here. Zachary Benson. Let's go with Leo Carlson. We know what he can do. It's easy pick. Hopefully he'll bring something for us. Bernard comes in at 83. That's nice. So we'll make our 2nd pick. He's expected to go 31. He's not gone. 36th. Let's go top 4. Hang on now, low elite, 21. I'm gonna go. Let's work out top 6. So I think from here, I think we're actually just gonna search by potential. See if we can find a gem. Franchise goalie. If he comes out at least at elite, he's going to give us a little bit of room to bargain with. A medium elite, he's a 48, but that's going to help us. He most probably will not grow into anything for us, but that is some trade bait there we could maybe use moving forward. What about Matthew here? Expected to go soon. He's got a picture, that also helps. Top 4. I was looking for a trade then, but no. At this point, I don't really think I'll be able to find anybody. In you come, Sammy. On 6. Obviously, all these people can play in our AHL teams, and that's what we kind of want to do. Round 7, this will be our final pick of this video. So let's see if we can find anybody worthwhile. You know what? I was going to go top left demon. Hopefully that becomes something. Top 7. So it's similar to the draft. And this is our draft class. Leo Carlson obviously will hope to get into the team this year. I'm going to start building them up. So that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you in the next one, where we'll just have a quick recap of the team we've got. I will do all the re-signing for this before the start of the season off camera, and then come back for free agency, and that's where we'll start the next video. So I'll see you in the next one.